Hello, it's Dan Bunker here from United Learning's EdTech team. Now I'm going to show you a new workflow that's been recently introduced by Microsoft into their OneDrive area. And that allows students without accounts to be able to upload securely and privately any files that they have completed to your nominated OneDrive folder. So that gives us a nice workflow for students who aren't yet on Office 365, but you want them to submit work. And that might be a digital document like a Word document, a PowerPoint, perhaps a photograph. It doesn't really matter about the file type as long as they can upload it via their browser to your OneDrive folder. So let's get started and see how we can do that. I start by clicking on New to create the folder. So I'm going to choose folder and I'm going to give it a title. And this one's going to be Year 4 Maths. You can create as many of these folders as you need and name them accordingly. So I've got my folder. Now what I'm going to do is make this a file repository for my students in Year 4. So I go along to the end, the three dots to show the actions, and there's a new action been developed called Request Files. So I click on Request Files and it then asks me what files are you requesting. So it's basically you give an idea of the assignment or the setting for these particular responses. So I'm going to call it Maths Responses, but you can call it again something appropriate that will mean something to the children in your class. I then click Next, and here in the next step, it gives me the link to share, and that could be shared in my Classway, via the school website, or via a text to parents. There's any number of ways you can send it, including email. So I'm going to copy that link and I'm going to share that with my class. Now, once that's done, I'm going to simulate what the student will see and when they come to submit that file. So I'm going to get myself a new browser window that doesn't have a login, and I'm just going to paste in that link because the students have been sent it and they're ready to do their upload. So I paste in and I get this browser based window that opens and says, okay, we're now requesting the files. So the teacher name appears for these maths responses, and what the pupil has to do is find their file. They may have put it on the desktop, they may have any number of files that they use. So I'm just going to use a maths worksheet here. Imagine this has been completed by the children, or it's a photograph that they've taken. I click open. It then asks me for my name. Now this is really handy because it means you know who has sent what. So this is going to be Dan's student who has sent this particular response. I could add more files, but we'll leave it at one for now. I click upload and I get a little message about the success of that upload. So that's great. So from the student's point of view, they've now finished their bit. So I'm going to close that window down, and what I'm going to do is refresh my OneDrive just to get it up to date, because we know there's been a submission in my maths folder. So if I click on the Year 4 Maths, I can see what's been submitted, and you notice it uses the prefix of the student's name in front of the file name. So that means if you get 10 different responses from students, each one of them will have their name in the front, presuming of course that they filled it in correctly when they submitted their particular work. So hopefully you can see that's going to be a really useful and secure way of getting uploaded file material from students as a response to your home learning tasks that you've set them. Please get in touch if you need any help. I can be contacted at dan.bunker@unitedlearning.org.uk.